So in this question, let complex numbers alpha and 1 by alpha bar lies on circles. हमें दो सर्कल लिया है और एक पे अल्फा और दूसरे पे 1 by अल्फा बार ये सेटिस्फाई करता है. तो लेट द फर्स्ट इक्वेशन बी x minus x naught square plus y minus y naught square is equals to r square. आई एम राइटिंग इट, इसको मैं z minus z naught square लिख देता हूँ equals to r square. And the second one, second circle is x minus x naught square plus y minus y naught square equals to 4r square. I am writing is z minus z naught square equals to 4r square. Now in this equation alpha will satisfy and in this equation 1 by alpha bar will satisfy. So दोनों को पुट करने से alpha minus z naught square equals to r square. So alpha minus z naught and alpha bar minus z naught bar equals to r square. So cross multiplying, then putting the values alpha square minus z naught alpha bar minus z naught bar alpha plus z naught square equals to r square. This is our equation 1. And similarly putting in this equation 1 by alpha bar minus z naught square equals to 4r square. So 1 by alpha bar minus z naught into 1 by alpha minus z naught bar equals to 4r square. Again cross multiplying 1 by alpha square minus z naught by alpha minus z naught bar by alpha plus z naught square equals to 4r square. So 1 by alpha square minus z naught alpha bar by alpha square minus z naught bar alpha by alpha square plus z naught square equals to 4r square. Now putting alpha square on that side, what we'll get is 1 minus z naught alpha bar minus z naught bar alpha plus z naught square alpha square equals to 4r square alpha square. So this is our equation number 2. What we'll do is we'll subtract the equations. So I am doing 1 minus z naught alpha bar minus z naught bar alpha plus z naught square alpha square equals to 4r square alpha square. This was equation number 2 and equation number 1 was alpha square and then minus z naught alpha bar minus z naught bar alpha plus z naught square equals to r square. So what is left is 1 minus alpha square plus z naught square alpha square minus z naught square, and on the right hand side 4r square alpha square minus r square. Now I am taking minus 1 common, so left is minus 1 plus alpha square and z naught square common, so alpha square minus 1, r square common, so 4 alpha square minus 1. So alpha square minus 1 and z naught square minus 1 equals to r square 4 alpha square minus 1. Now what I am doing is I am doing alpha square minus 1 minus z square equals to r square 4 alpha square minus 1, and since I have taken minus here, so I will interchange the signs in this bracket. So what is left is alpha square minus 1, and if you look carefully into the question, here we have been given that z naught square and r square, a relation is given, right? So from here it is given that z naught square is r square plus 2 by 2. So I am using this equation. So putting this over here, 1 minus r square plus 2 by 2 equals to r square 1 minus 4 alpha whole square. Now what I am getting is alpha square minus 1, and from here 2 minus r square minus 2 by 2 equals to r square 1 minus 4 alpha square. 2 gets cancelled and left is r square, that also gets cancelled. So alpha square minus 1, and here I am left with minus 1 by 2, and that is equals to 1 minus 4 alpha square. Now alpha square minus 1 equals to minus 2 plus 8 alpha square. So this turns out to be 7 alpha square equals to 1. And alpha equals to 1 by root 7. So we have found out that alpha is equals to 1 by root 7. Let's dive into the options. Yes, alpha is 1 by root 7. So option C is the right answer.